oh, she's big drafty, she must be nice and lazy. And you get on and it's way more work, like she's way more forward and way sensitive. Maybe that's the chestnut.
The chestnut.
She's getting softer and finding those little braces to excavate still. The only reason I'm riding her in the halter and not in the bridle is because I want her more off of, I'm trying to challenge us to have better understanding of when I say there's nothing going on and you can stop. And that's still something that's hard for her, is that she constantly feels like she has to go forward. So when I quit the energy and I say we can just stop, she's like, I don't know. And it used to be, and it's getting a lot better, but it used to be that she'd almost like, when I relax everything, she was canter, because she was just like, I don't feel anybody holding me, I don't know what to do, I'll just canter. And so I was telling her, you know, when I release, I'm like, oh, you just can be okay. So I'm kind of just putting a challenge to us to not fall back on using the reins. Both her and I, it gets it one less thing for her to be paying attention to me. But she still gets tight outside of the surround pen, like going to the arenas, we go on a walk. She gets tight, she still loses her focus on me and like the support she doesn't feel all the way. She's still very self-reliant. So in here though, she's hunting for being with me, and so I think we'll graduate out of it. I mean, you could ride her out there. I just think she could get bothered and then you'd have a bad experience. And something about the Mustang is that, like, I feel she taught me this. They learn something or they soak it in, and then the next time it's like there again. It's like right there. So she doesn't forget bad experiences or good experiences. So you have to kind of be really thoughtful with the Mustang, I think. And a mare, but something about the Mustang.
Interesting.
So is she available for adoption? Is the question. Yes. But it would have to be someone that's more, like does this a lot. Not did this 20 years ago, or always had a dream of taking a horse and growing with it. Like this has to be you know more than her, so that you feel really comfortable with what she needs support-wise. She is probably one of the only horses I trust with any beginner horse person coming out to volunteer. I mean, she's almost like walking Sunny and Shasta. She's so good. So when we have volunteers wanting to learn how to lead horses, the staff often uses Sienna. She's great for the farrier and fed and having issues. She's a boss mare in the herd, so getting her to like her people, but then once she has her herd, she's really loyal, a little bit herd bound, but she's in here all by herself and right with me. But she doesn't, I think it's a lot to ask a horse to be in a place where there's no other horses or humans. Like you put them in a round pen and just leave them and walk away, and they get upset. That's kind of just, that's a really fundamental nature thing. So that's where she would get upset, is if she was all alone, left alone. But if you're there with her, she's fine. She's not herd bound now, but if she's alone in her stall, we turn all the other horses out, and she gets some diet hay because she is an easy keeper, and she's fine being in the whole barn, no other horses, and she just waits patiently. She doesn't make a fuss in there, so she's a great girl. She's come a long way from that horse that wouldn't let me get 2 feet from her. Yeah.